And now, collective, everyone wants you back. Hold up! Oh, this message is gonna be so good. How you doing, my cutie patootie, clicking on this video because you know this message is meant for you? Yeah, you do. So welcome to your funny and your most favorite Carmenian guy. I serve and I slay here. You're in the right place, and I see you smiling from the get-go right now. You know, these messages hit me so hard when it comes like a late night. I'm saying. So a few important things, okay? By the end of this video, by the end of this message, a lot of things are gonna be confirmations for you. Also, it's gonna be very clear why you have been feeling the way that you have been feeling for the past few days, especially during this freaking Mercury retrograde. The Mercury retrograde has been like literally murky. So I'm saying, anyways, I got you. You got me, I got you, and God got us. I'm saying. So, you have been feeling a certain type of way recently, and I think this certain type of way is showing in the energy field that you have pulled your energy back to yourself, and you're kind of like not really feeling guilty about it. Am I right? You know, you used to feel guilty for like setting boundaries with people before, let alone energetic boundaries. And now the story has shifted. I'm also talking about your twin flame that you're dealing with. This story, this message that I got, okay, this channel message, and it's been cooking at the back of my mind, in my heart for the past 2 days or so. So I feel like that this is a group of people, okay, that wants you back, and also your avoidant twin flame. Because I feel like that you dealt with an avoidant twin flame, you know, that's a very specific journey. Again, this message is only for a very specific group of people. So, you know, you are a very beautiful soul, okay? You know that you have always been very different. You've always been this very intuitive, insightful person, and you've always overshared and not overshared, but like overextended yourself to a lot of people. There is something about you that I'm feeling collective. It's like you're starting to pull your energy back to yourself. Maybe you just did a ritual. Maybe you said the following mantra that you're calling back to yourself. Any energy did you have ever given to anyone that you felt like you maybe overpoured, you know, that you felt depleted, you're calling your power back to you. And when that power shows up, which is going to, you better get ready, because it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be some sassy shit. Because you have outpoured so much in a lot of people's lives, including that avoidant twin flame of yours, that it's like, no wonder why you were feeling so, you know, depleted and drained. No wonder why you had postponed a lot of your goals and your dreams that you've always wanted to achieve. But now, the story is different. You know, I feel like you're starting to really realize, dear collective, that I'm just gonna open this up a little bit. It's just too hot. So I'm saying, especially with my beautiful collective out here, it's already too hot. I'm feeling this heat coming through the screen. Oh, it's making me take my shirt off. I'm just gonna have to unbutton a little. Okay. So what I'm slowly getting here is that you can telepathically pick up on like certain messages coming to you. First, I'm gonna talk about the twin flame, and then like the people around you, okay? Because there is also a specific message about this. So just, you know, you can realize which one really clicks with you and resonates. And then I also have something really nice that I would like to share with you guys, okay? Like kind of good news. But that's at the end. Now, I feel like that you're feeling with your twin flame, it's like you're saying energetically, I will not accept anything less until you come correct. I will not accept anything less until you come correct. That's what your energy is saying. And a lot of it could have been feeling that maybe, oh, what if like they don't want to be with me? What if they don't want to come? Whatever. It's like you have reached to a point where it doesn't really matter if they really, really show up in the 3D or not. You know that there is a specific future that exists for your twin flame. Yes, you do love them. Yes, that's this person. You have a very intense connection from the get-go. You just knew that there is so many similarities between you and this person. Okay, and I feel like that your twin flame could come from a different culture or background, even though there might have been a lot of obstacles between you and them, but the connection was very intense. It's like your soul can recognize that person. You felt like you've always known this person for such a long time, and you might have dated other people or maybe been in a relationship with other individuals, but with this specific person, it's just been very challenging to like just kind of discard it and say, and you know what, I don't want this person. But here is the thing, the shift that has happened is that very twin flame of yours who didn't want to be with you, who maybe was projecting a lot of their fears, and there were a lot of karmic lessons that you both needed to learn and pass through. And that twin flame of yours who also maybe ghosted you, there is this chaser and a runner situation. So maybe you were in the position of a chaser, because also you're realizing that your twin flame was an avoidant too, avoidant of talking about important topics, avoidant of addressing certain things, and that's a lot to unpack. But I think that right now what this energy shift is about is like you're no longer really feeding that cord. There is a cord that goes between you and your twin flame. You're no longer feeding that cord from the place of desperation or neediness. I do feel, collective, that even though this Mercury retrograde sorry, that's what I tend to call Mercury retrograde. It can be it's just a little crazy. It's a little murky. It's a little confusing. But you know what? I do see here you're doing well. I literally see you, collective, learning how to take one step slower, 2 steps back. So I'm saying before you put 1 foot forward, you take a few steps back. That's growth. That's transformation. That's ascension. And remember, I did talk about in my last Carmenian message that this twin flame journey, it is not just only about reunion. It's also about ascension. I would say that's like literally like the crown of this relationship. And when two souls, the twin flames, they heal and they do the work within themselves and they come back together, that's one of the most profound and most powerful connections ever. So that's what your journey is about. This is not a fast food journey. It's not fast food tarot. It's not fast food channel message. So I'm saying this is not you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You're living a very healthy, coherent, spiritual life. And spiritual, to be honest, with all respect, y'all know I'm very honest and I'm very direct. So I'm saying it's like spiritual is a little bit like overrated, if I may say. It's just kind of like, it's a term that people kind of throw here and there. I would say divine, you know what I mean? Like more like so divine. You're in your divinity. You used to be in your humanity full time. Now you have transitioned into your divinity. What does that mean? That means that you're realizing that your energy, your presence, your attention, those things are very sacred. And you have given those precious sacred things to people in the past, and also specifically to your twin flame, that were maybe either breadcrumbing you, or it's like your life was basically in, what's it called? Hold on, collective. In shatters, is that a word? Shatters, like scattered. It was scattered, you know what I'm saying? You also felt like you were in shackles, okay? You kind of were like tied up to these people. You catered to so many people in the past. Family members, friends, relatives, co-workers, boss, manager. You catered everybody else around you. But who catered you? Who catered you the way that you cater those people? So I'm saying, so now you're learning to say, you know what? I'm going to say no, because no is a complete sentence and it contains power. Your presence is actually speaking respect. It's demanding respect. You don't even have to say anything. Collective, everyone from your past wants you back, especially during this Mercury retrograde, when there is a lot of flashbacks coming up in people's minds, and people are, there are some people remembering about you 10 years ago, 15 years ago. We're talking about them high school. We're talking about them coworkers. We're talking about them university friends and them exes too. You know what I mean? People that you have ever come into contact with, they can feel. You pop up in a lot of people's minds nowadays. And I think that also one of the main reasons is because a lot of the people who thought that you was fake, who thought that you was not real, or you were not really authentic, or authentic is how they pronounce too, right? A lot of these people who doubted you, honestly, they have been messed up and effed up, excuse me, by coming across to a lot of people who really let them down. But you were the one who never let these people down. You were the one who would pick up the phone late at night, would show up. You would be the first emergency contact for these people. You know what I mean? And the regret is so deep, collective, that it's like they can find you. They can find you, first of all, maybe in the physical realm, in the energetic realm, and they cannot really have access to your energy. And you know, I think, if I may say, you may agree or you may not, but this is what I'm really feeling for a lot of you. You have put some sort of a protection barrier between you and your twin flame. Because you might be dealing with somebody who you know could be involved with a third party, or also there could be an addiction or something like that, and your energy has become so sacred for you. Okay, 11:01 on the timer. Your energy has become so sacred for you that it's like you don't even want to entertain any kind of, we're talking like any kind of connection that is like, the first word that comes to mind is like unholy. It's unholy. You might have even said to yourself, you know what, I'm just going, you might be also like on the path of just kind of reserving your energy to yourself, keeping your body sacred, like it's a temple, right? The temple of God, the temple of the divine, like you are a vessel. So there is this recalibration that you have been doing, and it's paying you off big time. And if you have been seeing certain people from your past, you know, and also this person most on your mind, which is, I believe, your twin flame, because that's the energy that's coming strongly. It's because, first of all, you're seeing them because they're constantly thinking about you. You're coming up in their mind a lot. And I think it can be very overwhelming. You could also pick up all of a sudden, and I'm sorry if I'm speaking a little fast because it's just like messages coming through, and you are feeling like this intense surge of like all of a sudden nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? Like nostalgia, like also like you can almost feel like someone is looking at your pictures. You know what I mean? Your twin flame could be looking at your pictures and be thinking about you, and even, I don't know, like even kiss your picture. I don't know. There is something about a picture for both of you that you took at a certain place. I'm getting here like at an ocean that they still carry it. They have, could be in the desert too. There is some sort of a very specific location that you and your person used to maybe go out a lot. Could be a park too, a specific one, and they have a picture of that. And I think that also, this is something that came to me throughout the day. Honestly, I don't know, it's gonna sound maybe funny, but I must say this. Some of you, I just have to say this. It's gonna sound basic, but whatever. Like, was there an ice cream that you and your twin flame, your specific person, used to love so much? I don't know why ice cream has been coming out so, it just literally has been coming out so strongly today. I was like, why ice cream? That's just literally what I'm getting. I don't know, raspberry ice cream, whatever, peanut butter jelly, whatever. So that might be a sign for you here, you know, because those things that when they come to me and I see them visually, prophetically, I must say them because it can resonate with some people. And so that's that. But I think circling back to everybody wanting your energy and wanting you back, and they cannot have access to you right now because I feel like you have this energetic walls around you that are protecting you. And I'm also feeling here your guardian angels and your ancestors and your higher self also, like they don't want to, it's like they're also creating they're affecting higher level of conscious beings, right? I believe they can intervene into this 3D reality. So they're creating barriers for some people not to reach out to you because they know that it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well, not just for you, but also for them. Some people from your past are not ready to hear the truth. Even your twin flame, I think they might be aware of your spiritual journey right now. They might be watching you. They might be also keeping tabs on you and try to see where you are at in your life. And I think that they just know, they know now that where you are at, they, you know how, I gotta say this real quick, when Jesus, when he was saying, where I'm going, you cannot come, right? Something like that from the Bible. I can't quite remember that right now, but it's like, where you have gone collective consciousness level, only those who understand this will know what I'm talking about, like conscious level, your ascension, your consciousness has elevated, okay? You have been able to unlock a different frequency, and your twin flame, they know about it, but they're also kind of lost in this labyrinth because they know they better catch up. They better catch up with you to match up, or they're going to get smashed up by the spirit. You know what I mean? And that's something that they need to really work on deep within themselves. And it's your twin flame also, I feel like there is a lot of nostalgia. So this is what I was also going to say. If you're feeling this sudden surge of energy, nostalgia, missing, could be anger sometimes, it's not yours. It is not yours. You're picking up on the energy coming from this people. Is it too light in here? Let me just, oh no, hold on, that's too dark. Okay. So, it's just because they're feeling you and they're thinking about you. And this Mercury retrograde is really intensifying that a lot. Mercury is the planet of messages, right? The messenger. So, and communication. There is a lot of telepathic communication going on right now during the season of Pisces also. A lot of emotions are also running up and down. It's like low tides and high tides. So there is definitely this roller coaster that you have been feeling recently. But for whatever reason, you are kind of like able to really step back and say, you know what, I don't think this is really mine. I don't think like I can really, not that I can, but I don't think like really I identify with those feelings because it's like coming from somebody else, you know what I mean? And the reason why you may be picking up very like heavily on those energies and on those feelings is because if it's coming specifically from your twin flame, you can kind of feel and almost maybe astral project, how to say it? That's not a word, astral projectically, no. Like from the perspective of like in your mind's eye, visually in your mind, you can see what your twin flame is like going through. And I think they're not doing great. I don't think they're doing great. I think there is something that's happening, and there is a tower moment that's happening in your twin flame's life right now in their heart. I think their heart, there is something about they're like weeping and they're crying and they're really regretting. There is a lot of like thoughts that are coming up in their mind. There is a lot of memories and a lot of flashbacks. Definitely the memories that your twin flame has about you, those memories are charged with emotions and with feelings of love and empathy and sympathy. And there is a lot of my retainers, I'm trying to like breathe and talk and control my mouth. Oh, some sassy shit. It's a journey, but we got this. So, collective Kyori Patuti, you have done everything right that you have done so far. Everything. Your breath work, hint, hint, your meditation, your gratitude journal, being here onto this channel with me also, because there is a reason why you were pulled into my vortex, into my frequency. You have done everything correctly so far. So I want you to completely release the feeling of guilt that if you've done something wrong, am I doing this right? You're doing everything right. Everything. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Everything. Okay? You're breathing, you're alive. And and I know that sometimes it may be very challenging when you have these doubts and these big question marks in your hand, above your head. What's gonna happen? How is it gonna happen? It is gonna happen. It is gonna happen because you were the first one out of your twin flame journey, and also out of a lot of people. I'll talk about that in a minute. The people that you knew, you were the first one to break free from those patterns. You were the first one to break free from the old thinking mentality, from the matrix. You were the first one to say, I'm gonna become the glitch in the matrix. And it wasn't an easy journey. I know it's been lonely. I know it was very challenging. I know that you have woken up days, in the mornings when it was hard for you to get off the bed. I know that when you were laying your head onto the pillow at night and you were thinking, if things were going to be okay, if the next day was going to be okay, you lived through darkness with big question marks above your head, and, going around and helping other people and smiling and supporting a lot of people, yet nobody really knew exactly what you were going through, what you have gone through deep in your mind, deep in your heart. You have fought demons. You have basically slayed, these demons, these energetic entities. And, I really want you to pause for a moment and to really just be grateful that you are here. You're meant to live. You're meant to be here. And you are someone that you are a warrior, the frontliner, the definition of what it means to be a warrior. Collective, I know that you're also somebody that, yes, abundance is your birthright. Success also is your birthright. But, there is something about your frequency. Your frequency basically determines where you're going to end up, because you don't associate with any lower vibrations or frequencies anymore. So people, you're coming to realize also, collective, that a lot of people around us, here's the thing, they may try to get a house, they may try to buy this, buy that, or fame or money or this and that. They try so hard carnally. It's like a human. It's not even a human. It's like it is like human. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's so basic. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, so what? You know what I'm saying? But if a person can change their location, but if they don't change their frequency, their life will not change. But you have done the work, and it was very difficult because so many memories and so many past traumas and difficulties and difficult situations in your life were still pulling you back, including the separation that happened with your twin flame. A lot of you were many times tempted to go back to certain patterns, maybe even an addiction, maybe a certain behavioral pattern, certain thinking way of thinking, but you're no longer doing that, because that this new life that you have created for yourself, and that you're in the middle of this rebirth. Oh, it costs you so many things. It costs you your old life. It costs you your old self. And you've done a great work, and it's splendid. It's a great job. Good job, collective. And now when you feel like that a lot of people want you back, and they want to be having access to your energy, I really see you here establishing boundaries, and with some of the people that you dealt with, could be friends, family members, or whatsoever, who just wanted to have access to you in the past, especially because you were someone that was a provider for them, or that you were someone who could cater, who would drop everything that they were doing and run after them. Now you're realizing that you are like, no, I'm going to set boundaries and I'm going to maintain my peace. We're talking about not just creating peace. We're talking about maintaining that peace, because peace is something that is so sacred. You carry it within your heart. That's how you walk around. A lot of what we need today in the world that we live in today is peace. And the moment the collective decides to maintain their peace, that will create a ripple effect, and it will also impact this world. Imagine, collective, if you and I and someone else, we all are very patient with one another, forgiving with one another, loving and peaceful, and then we come across to certain people who actually are very judgmental towards us, or who are hating us. It could be also our twin flame not loving us and not being patient with us and not being kind to us. Imagine if we lovingly maintain our peace, don't react, don't do no crazy stuff, and we maintain our peace. There is power in peace, and there is power in silence. You know what I mean? That is going to make these people question what they have been living so far, what they have been doing, the frequency that they have been doing. Because you no longer, collective, want to lower your frequency, drop it down here. You know what I'm saying? Well, I know you can drop it low and pick it up just like this, but you know what I'm saying? You don't just the frequency. You can, you can drop that down, booty. But anyways, you are not lowering your frequency towards the people, okay, who are already below like that frequency. It's just they don't match, This is why. Is somebody gonna match your freak? Is somebody gonna match my freak? So I'm saying, so I know we do match our freaks together. I'm saying, and it looks so good. So collective, I feel like that a lot of the people who want to have access to, including your avoidant, okay, sprinkle, sprinkle, they can. Lights out. What do we do right now? Lights out. No. Bring the light back. Let there be light. There was light. They can have access. It's dark. So I'm saying, it's literally dark. They can see in front of them. It's been very challenging. It's been very difficult. And they got to figure it out on their own. And I'm encouraging you not to overextend yourself. Doesn't mean that doesn't mean saying no doesn't mean being mean. You know what I'm saying? You just mean what you say, and what you say is that's exactly what you mean. So I'm saying some sassy shit out here. So collective, yes, you're feeling their energy. Yes, you can pick up on a lot of messages coming to you telepathically, but also you have become very quick to put that barrier up and not let anyone try to deplete you from your energy. And your twin flame, when it comes to your specific person, if you're dealing with a twin flame, they're avoidant. They're actually being avoided by a lot of people in their lives right now. They are being avoided by the very people in whom they thought they could confide in and trust, because like attracts the like. And that's the law of attraction. Also, that's like literally the law of the universe, one of the laws of the universe. Okay, and you may say, well, why did I attract this twin flame of mine? Why did I attract this person? Right? Here is the thing: you used to be at a certain frequency, not anymore. You change your life. Now you're looking all this so good and so yummy. And your twin flame, if you look back into the picture, some of you may also realize that maybe your face was a little puffy, maybe also, and then after like everything got really toxic maybe, or it was just not really, it just was not healthy. So I'm saying, let me just put it in a little bit of a softer words, but it's like you did go through a transformation. You know what I mean? And the frequencies, they can change, or they can literally like affect your physical looks also. So you're glowing, whatever it is that you're doing, you're glowing collective, you're looking good, okay? And I do see here that also new opportunities opening up for many of you. And, it doesn't mean that things may not change in the near future. I think that this is the little moment of that Six of Swords, that transition, being on a body of water. So you're departing. You are departing energetically, specifically, from the connections and people and situations that no longer really serve you. But you still carry so much love deep in your heart for your twin flame. And I think that there is a love letter and a note that you have prepared for your twin flame. And I think whether this is on a mental level, whether it's I think even if it's on a paper, I think they can feel that vibration, and that's something that's gonna be kind of making them question even more, especially if they know about you, that question the things they are doing, the people they have around them, and how to change their lives as well. It's a journey. This is a journey, not a marathon. So I'm saying, and so keep doing what you're doing, and we have been together with, in this journey, and I'm so honored and humbled to deliver those messages, because this is literally what I'm feeling. And it may resonate, it may not, but this is what I got, and whatever you are doing it right. And a lot of times also, the reunion that you're looking forward for it to happen, it's not like something that's gonna happen like, oh, I'm just gonna, I don't know, like I'm gonna I'm gonna spin around the block 7 times, and I'm going to affirm, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do affirmations and light a candle. It's gonna happen. I mean, spin around the block 7 times is great for cardio, but you know what I mean? Sometimes it's detaching. Actually, I would say it is literally detaching and just focusing on yourself and doing the things that you want to do for yourself. Prioritizing yourself, being that version of you that knows that they're deserving and you are chosen and you do the choosing. Some sassy shit. So I'm saying it's sometimes it's that simple, quote unquote. It's challenging, easier said than done. But how do you get detached? You get a paper and a pen, and then you write things down. You create a schedule. You become busy. You become productive. You become occupied. Collective, let me tell you something. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Also tell you something. Okay, this is almost the end of the video. I hope, we hope, you hope, they hope. 1 year from now and 10 years from now, you will be somebody. You, my beautiful cutie patootie, looking all this so yummy, you will be somebody. You're still gonna be you. But there is an identity that you will still embody. Who do you choose to be? Who do you want to be? You will be somebody 10 years from now. You might as well just be the baddest of them all. You might as well just be the most gorgeous and the most handsome of them all. So with that being said, the investments that you're going to make today, the teeny tiny little choices that you're going to make today is going to add up and is going to create that avatar and that version of you specifically. You know what I mean? This is gonna be a little bit of a pep talk and a motivation speech, but I want to share this with you because the choices you make when you regulate your nervous system, your manifestations are literally locked in your nervous system, how safe your body feels. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So I'm saying, breath work, meditation, choosing to choose the food you put into your body. Choose better, do better. Okay, whole foods, because it's a vessel. The people you hang around with right now, the content that you consume on daily basis, you know what I mean? Whether that's on the TV or on YouTube or anywhere, right? The thoughts you are thinking on daily basis, those repetitive actions, they form a version of you that is going to, basically be permanent, right? It's going to embody, it's going to manifest a year from now, 6 months from now, 10 years from now. So the choices you make, I know the things that you're doing right now, you're doing it right. This is just a reminder. You will be somebody and time will pass anyways. That 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 10 years, it's going to pass. It's going go anyway. You might as well just make the right choices for you now. So whether that's investing in your body, going to the gym, working on yourself, because I will always advocate for you to become the best version of yourself, especially when you had people who doubted you. And I know that you did, especially when some people didn't want to see you succeed. This is not about revenge. Just like Beyonce says, always stay gracious. Your best revenge is your paper. So I'm saying, and you're going to get that body, yada, yada, yada. So I'm saying, this is about a personal comeback and you owe it to yourself. And also, the good news that I wanted to share finally is that I made it official. It's a big challenge in front of me. It's a long way to go, but I've already started my training. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm going to be attending the Ironman 2026 in Texas this October. And I do have, quite some time to prepare from now until then, but that's going to be a big commitment in front of me. And I've literally created week by week, day by day, every single day, what I'm going to focus on: swimming, running, cycling, everything. And I did like 7.5 mile run today in about 1 hour and 5 minutes. And I couldn't believe I was able to push through it. You know what I mean? And then of course I make sure to have my race days too. But I just want to inspire you and to remind you that you're limitless. Okay, you're limitless, and it's always amazing to try something new. You rather, even if something doesn't go the way that you had anticipated or planned, but at least you tried. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, if you want to apply for the job, put yourself out there and go after that opportunity, do it. Because at the end of your life, there's going to be another beautiful chapter that's going to unfold for you. You want to look back and say, you know what, I tried this, I did this. So whatever it is that you are thinking collective, because I feel like a lot of you are also wanting to make a really profound change for your life. Write that book, finish that book, talk to the publishing company, write that song, send it to some people, publishers out there, learn that instrument, pick up that new hobby. You know what I'm saying? Like, release that hair product line, beauty products, release your merchandise. A lot of you are like teachers. You want to tutor, you want to teacher, you teach, you want to coach. Do it. Be about it. And, do it unapologetically and authentically, because I believe in you and I know that you're someone that you're super authentic. You want to do photography, filmmaking. You've always had the talent. Go for it and do it. So I'm saying, and you will always be successful in everything that I do. So thank you for all the support to my beautiful collective also, and I'm really honored and really excited to be here and to share this journey with you all. You know, the messages will resonate for those that's meant to resonate, and I'm really grateful to be here with you all. Thank you so much for also your continuous love and your support. I will definitely make sure to see you in the comment sections. I'll text them out, and I'll at least when I get to heart your message or I get to see your name and just connect with you. I think it's just such a heartwarming experience for me. It really just makes me feel so appreciated, and I love just seeing you guys just talking, like, you know what I'm saying. It's amazing how we all got connected to 35 minutes. It's insane. But again, somebody did tell me that they would love to hear me talk longer, but you know, I gotta be mindful of your time also. So it's probably like past midnight already, and I have my swimwear ready, my goggles, my swimming speedo trunk, because I'm gonna be going to the pool 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay, it's an early swimming club. I'm gonna do my laps for 45 minutes, and then meditation, breath work, gratitude journal. Oh, can I just share something? This video is so long, but I gotta say something right now. I shared it on my Instagram too. People were asking, a lot of people were asking, like, what is the secret to your skincare, whatever. I don't have any skincare. I don't have any skincare, like products, whatever. I meditate. Okay, I pray, I do breath work, I take cold showers, I work out at least 2 hours every day. Also, I take rest days too. I'm very conscious of the food that I put in my body. Absolutely zero sugar, processed food. And I keep my body sacred as a temple of God, you know what I mean? And I just tend to also like laugh a lot, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do get pissed off. Trust me, I know some of you have seen that, but it's okay. We still have a good time. So it's the same thing for you as well, you know what I'm saying? Because a person's inner world will definitely reflect on their outer world. This was a little bit of a longer message. I'm so sorry. I was gonna try to make it 20 something minutes, but whatever. I love you guys so much if you watched it until this point. I hope you did, but I love you, and I will see you very soon. Take care, keep smiling. It looks so good on you, my cutie. But do some sassy shit.